Hello, hello, and hi. Welcome in. Right, let's start telling our friends that we're here. How is everybody? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It is a Wednesday, so we will be crafting. We're going to be crocheting. And from the title of the stream, we're going to be making ice cream cozy. It's going to be a cozy for your pint ice cream. It would be great if you had one. That way you could measure it as you go. I do not have one, so I am trusting the pattern here. I am most definitely trusting the pattern. Alright. We have let everybody know that we are live. Let's go ahead and make sure everything's pulled up. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's well. If you are watching this on VOD, I appreciate you. So for this project, we're going to need some yarn, and the pattern calls for a 5, but I got a 4.5 millimeter, which will be just fine. The pattern calls for cotton yarn. This is a blend, but this is just what I have on hand. So since I have this on hand, and I'm finding like little pieces of like paper on it, so I'm wondering, I'm like, did the dog get it? Maybe not. Alright, but this is a blend. This is a cotton blend. When you do this pattern, you probably want to do a 100% cotton blend. Especially if you eat more ice cream than I do. I don't eat very much from a pint cup, but I thought this pattern would be cute. And I especially love this pink color. So we're going to see how this works. Now, I don't know about you, I do not like how this is wound up. So I like to unwind some yarn. I do not recommend to do completely acrylic yarn. I did see some patterns using velvet. I don't think I would suggest that either. I would more likely suggest the 100% cotton, or a cotton blend where it's more than 50% cotton, for sure. Okay. If you're lurking, thank you so much for lurking. I do have a check-in for roses and thorns. Feel free to use those. Those are in your channel points. It's only one channel point, so even if you're not following, I think you can still do that. I'm not sure how that works. But feel free to follow. That way you always see me crochet or craft every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Alright. Now, also, if you're a lurker, I do appreciate lurkers. I love lurkers. And feel free to post emotes if you want to do so. We don't have to chat. You can be here just to listen to the lo-fi music and, well, watch me crochet something. Alright, so we're going to start off with a magic circle. If you don't know how to do a magic circle, I take 2 fingers. I wrap the yarn in an X pattern on my 2 fingers. This is just a simple tutorial of a magic circle. I'm taking my crochet hook, putting it under that loop. I'm pulling this first loop through it, and then I give it just a little twist, and then there's your ring. You hold it. When you slip your fingers off, hold on to that ring. A lot of people say they lose they don't know how to do a magic ring because they don't hold it and they don't stabilize that ring. I see that when I'm teaching, which I rarely do. I don't teach all the time, but when I'm teaching, people let go of that ring and then they're like, I don't got it. If you want to, you can even take that and just chain one, and that'll hold that loop better. And then you got a loop. And you can, once you chain that one, you can kind of let it go a little bit. I always keep my hand on it. That's just how I crochet. Now we're gonna do 6 single crochets into this magic circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. After the 6th single crochet, you can pull that to tighten it. Don't pull it too tight. I like to leave just a little bit of room so I can slip my crochet hook into this. Now, if you are a beginner, I do not suggest the yarn that I'm using. Okay, I do not suggest the yarn that I'm using if you're a beginner, because as you can see with my yarn, let me show you a little, there we go, closer up. As you can see with my yarn, it's very hard to see those stitches, and I kind of know how to feel them. I've been able to feel the stitches for a while. I also count, so now you're putting 2 single crochets in each stitch. It says to chain 1, so I'm gonna do that because I think that will help with showing where I started. If you need to, you can always put a bobby pin or a piece of yarn into your stitches. Alright, now you want to do 2 double crochets in each stitch. Not 2 double, 2 chain single 2 single crochets. 2 single crochet in each stitch. That's 1, that's 2. We're going to end up with 12. Okay, well, I might end up using a new yarn because this is even giving me a tough time right now. Alright. We're gonna use a different yarn just for the point of this video. Let's see what I have. Well, what I might do is I might take one of these apart. I'm gonna frog something to use the yarn. And how you would frog something, this is a heart granny square from a project I did a while back ago when I did my vest. How you would do that is you would want to find the knot where you tied or finished the project off. And you could either just cut as close to that knot, cut the knot itself, and then you'll have the yarn will start coming apart. You can kind of pull at it, and then there you go. We're going to use the yarn. I'm going to use it separately. So that means I'm going to be using scrap yarn. I'm going to do as many rows as I can with this color, and then we will pull the next color. Alright, so start this process over because that yarn was not being friendly at all. Alright, remember we're doing a magic circle, so we take that X, you're putting your loop through, you're grabbing the bottom, the front one on your fingers, pulling it through, twisting, grab your ring and slip it off your fingers. Hold on to that ring. Hold on to that ring. And then, if you want to lock that ring in place, just take it and chain one. And that should lock it into place a little bit better. So you don't have to worry about holding it the whole time. I just do it because it's easier for me to crochet. Now 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Remember, don't do this with an acrylic if you're going to use this a lot. If you're going to use this at all, I don't recommend acrylic really. I'm just using acrylic right now because it's easier to see the stitches than the one that I picked out. I do recommend using a cotton. My nose is just like crazy. Crazy, my nose. Itchy. Okay, we're good. We're good. Alright, after you do the 6, you're going to do 2 double crochet, 2 single crochets. We've only been doing single crochets for now. If you want to hold your place, you can make the single crochet. If you don't have a safety pin handy, you can use a bobby pin or even a piece of yarn. I have a bobby pin on my desk from when we were doing the frog eyes on my bucket hat. So I'm going to use a bobby pin. That's 1. Bear with me for just a moment. Alright, I need to... Alright, I think we're good. Alright, my Discord was beeping. I had to mute it for just a moment. Okay, so there's 1. In that same crochet, place second one. Gotta make sure that's in the same crochet. Alright, there's gonna be 12, so that's 2. 3. Hello, hello, and welcome. Hi. Hey, Raster, thank you for the follow. 2. I'm counting stitches. 4. 5 and 6. 7 and 8. Hey Max. 8, 9 and 10. This row has 12 stitches. Alright, and then there's 11. And I have one more stitch. Hello there, Max. How are you? Hope you're doing well. That's 12. Alright, let's tighten that center up since we're on the next round. Alright, we are on round 3. Now this round is going to be 2 single crochets in the same stitch, and then a single crochet in the next stitch. Oh, the puppy moved my desk. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. We're just crocheting today. I just started. I just have a circle. That's all I have. All I have is a circle. We're making an ice cream koozie. Alright, so 2 single crochets in the next stitch, and then 1 single crochet, then 2, then 1. I'm doing well.
Hello.
Hello.
It's me.
It's me. I was waiting for the song. Alright. Well, I hope you have a lovely rest today. Hope where it goes through quickly. Y'all like checking in with both of them, don't you? I don't blame you. I like the thorn one. I do like the thorn check-in. I do. My raid alert for raid is the guitar not solo, but a guitar part in Sweet Child of Mine, Guns N' Roses. So, and instead of Guns N' Roses, for my Discord, it's gonna be called Thorns and Roses. So, all right. What was that? Oh yeah, 2 crochets, then 1 single. Okay. And then this is gonna have a pattern for these next couple of rounds. All right, that's the second one. I'm just gonna put those bobby pin in here because it's the closest thing to a safety pin I have right now. So 2 single crochets and then 1 by itself. And then we're just gonna go all the way around like that with 2 single crochets and then 1 by itself. And we're just making the circle just a little bit larger is what we're doing. I don't tend to count these when they have a pattern. Hi, Ashley. Welcome in. How are you doing? We are making an ice cream cozy for today. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Yeah, just making ice cream cozy. So far, it's just a little circle right now. It did get a little bit bigger since I started. Alright, the next row, same pattern, except this time I'm putting 2 single crochets and 1 crochet, and then doing 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So how you do that is you put 2 in this stitch, and then I go back in with my bobby pin since I can't find my safety pin right now, and then I single crochet in this one, and then the next stitch a single crochet. Oh, I'd love that. I'm gonna have a ad in about 55 seconds. It should be a short one. I thought I turned those off, but apparently I didn't. This is gonna be a short one. Yeah, I have done some clothes, but I don't do blankets. Blankets take forever. At least for me. Alright, that ad is going to pop up in about 20 seconds, and I'll be right here. Alright. Okay, and 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 3. Then 2, 1, 2, and 3. 2. Alrighty, we're back from that ad. Now this round is 2 2 double crochets in one stitch, and then 3 single crochets in the next 3 stitches. They bought you a knitting kit and you don't know how to knit yet. I started to learn how to knit. I can do a basic stitch in knitting, and then it started to get a little challenging. Knitting started to get challenging for me when I started, and then I switched over to crochet. I learned how to crochet a lot better, a lot quicker, easier. I also taught myself how to watching YouTube videos, literally, and making a ton of easy washcloths, squares, headbands, anything that's small and like you can make with a rectangle or a square. Yes, I am the... Hi! Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Maybe one day I'll do a stream, Mags, where I kind of slow it down. I used to be a substitute teacher. I used to teach, and then I went to do substituting, and I would take my crochet with me when I would substitute, and I would have all the kids ask me if they could learn how to do it. And I've taught a couple of high school kids how to. So I think I might be able to like help get started. So maybe one day we'll do a stream about that, about how you get started and like beginning easy steps. I will definitely let you know, Mags. And if well, that's great. Now, do you have knitting needles where there's 2 pairs, or do you have like the crochet hooks where there's 1? Because I don't think I have any. Okay, you have hooks. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, because knitting, a lot of people understand this. A lot of people do not understand the difference between crocheting and knitting. And it's really simple. Knitting is 2 needles, and crochet is hooks. So the knitting needles do not have that hook on the end of the needle. The crochet has that hook to loop the yarn. Well, I will try. I will make it. I can even make that stream a video. I need to post a few more things on my YouTube channel when I'm doing crocheting, so. But I'll definitely let you know. I mean, you could, but it would be a little bit hard with a knitting needle because they're not as sharp as you think they are. They are still blunt. Darling, believe me, I know that's a joke. I know. A running joke between me and my partner is if we're tired, well, he says it more than I do, but he says, just stab me. And I was like, okay, I'll stab you in the foot or the hand, that way you bleed, but I don't kill you. So, yes, I understand you're joking. Alright, okay, the round I'm on, it's 2 double crochets and then 3 singles. It looks like I'm on the double crochet. And then you do 1 crochet in that stitch, 1 crochet in this one, and then 1 crochet in this one. and then 2 doubles, and you continue on your way. People like to count this. I don't. It's completely fine. I do not mind. I try to use like something catchy for the title. And I've been trying to figure out things that I can make for the summer, and I just landed upon an ice cream cozy. I was supposed to get the little pints of ice cream for this stream. I was gonna get them on Sunday, which is my grocery day, but I completely forgot when I was ordering groceries. I order online and do a pickup. So hopefully we'll make this, and then I'll get my ice cream this Sunday. But for summer, I have made a bucket hat. This is just in a green color. I do have little froggy eyeballs for this. Hello, Axel. Welcome in. Yes, I always change my title and my category. So I stream Helia on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we normally crochet on Wednesdays, or I'll craft, and then Fridays I'll do half crocheting and play a game, or I'll just craft the whole stream on Friday, and then the same thing with Sunday. And then the tricky part is changing it from Friday afternoon to Friday night, because I'll play Helia late night on Friday night. So yes, always remember to change your title and your category if you do multiple categories. I have been enjoying the Helia updates. I ran through the quests, the mainline quests. I still have a few side quests I'm doing, and I have achievements. I was only one category for a while. I tried to play another game, and I still play it every now and then. I still play a little bit of Brotato, but me and Brotato have a hate-love relationship, and right now I'm not liking it. But I decided to do Helia. Yes, make sure that your chat settings are good to go. I know one day I must have clicked something and I had sub chat only on one day, and I was wondering why I didn't have any talking. And then I had a sub come in and go, "Hey, your settings are on sub only. Is there a reason for that?" It's like, oops. Didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Okay. We're on our last 3 here. Okay. Now, if you are following along with the pattern, that was 2 double crochets and 3 single crochets. The next row is going to be 2 singles. Alright, I got it right. And then 4, yeah. So we're on round 6. So it's going to be 2 double crochets and 1 stitch, and then the next 4 stitches, 1 single. Yes, Helia is going wild. I'm getting to the point where I'm hoping to start doing events, small cooking events. Axel, do you play Helia by chance? And I just looked at your name. I've been calling you Axel this whole time. It's Axis. Oh, you don't? You should. It's a fun game. It's free too. I think Helia has recently turned me into a horse girl though, so. Hello, Queenie, my little worky lurky turkey. Welcome in. Give you a side heart. Mer. Alright, 2 double crochets to start this off. And then the next 4 are going to be singles. So the only thing I'm going to count here are the 4. 2, 3, 4. Oh, and for anybody who's working, I do have an emote. If you're following me, I have a little emote of a turkey. That is my little worky lurky turkey. I have 2 main worky lurky turkeys, but if you ever want to lurk and you're working and you don't mind me calling you a turkey, I have a lurking little worky lurky turkey emote. So it's nothing fancy, it's just a little pink turkey. Alright, 2 after the 4. Seems like everybody's working and watching. That's fine. Everybody work, watch, and relax while I crochet. Oh, I was about to say I'm running out of yarn, but I'm not. So this row is 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. 1 in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll be right here. 2. Oh. Need to move this. Right, this is the end of row 6. So row 7 is going to be continuing the pattern. So we just did 2 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Now we're doing 5. So it's going to be 2 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 stitch, and then 1 single in the next 5. I am not counting how many I end up with. I am only counting the 5, so I make sure I make it. I can do that because I do not consider myself a beginner anymore. But the pattern I found on YouTube, it gives you the number of stitches that you would have at the end of each round, so you can go back and count. If you're a beginner, I definitely recommend trying to find patterns that have that count on the end so you can go back and count. As long as you're using a cotton yarn for this pattern, which it's recommended, but as long as you're using a cotton or more than, I think a 50% acrylic and 50% cotton would be fine for this, because it is a cozy, it is going to go outside. If you're clean and don't get ice cream on it, you probably could reuse it. It'd be completely fine. If you feel like you would want to, you're going to eat a lot of ice cream, then you might want to just make it 100% cotton so you can take it off and wash it and dry it. Alright, my aged. So the next one is going to be 2 single crochets and 1 stitch, and then the next 5 is a single crochet. Alright, and that's going to be row 7. So this is what it looks like after row 6. We're starting to get our size for the bottom. Oh, and we're running out of this color, which that's fine. I am frogging an old project for this particular one, so I am really using scrap yarn for this. So we're about to change colors in a moment. I do appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much for lurking. Thank you for being a worky lurky turkey and being here. If you're watching this back on VOD, I appreciate you. If by chance I do post this to YouTube and you're watching it on YouTube, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. If you're just watching this on Twitch and it stays here, well, hit that follow button. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Well, that was perfect timing, Ashley, especially after my little PSA. So that was perfect. Thank you. All right, so we're on round 7, so 2 and then 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2. Ooh, PC cases, fun. Are you gonna put lights in the PC? I want to get, one day, I want to have a lovely setup with a white PC, like monitor, white keyboard. I have a white mic. I don't know if the color changes to pink or not. But I would love to have a white case with pink lights in it. Just a dream of mine. My chair is even white. If I can show my chair in here. Probably not. My chair's like, nope, not today. Yep, it was peeking. It was white. It's white. It has a pink blanket on it right now. Alright, 5. 1, 2, 3. I do like the setup I'm working with right now. I have a laptop, and my laptop is on a stand, and then I have a keyboard under it. I have a mouse over here. I have my lovely mic right here. I do have my pink headset on. I started out with the mic on my headset. But I upgraded to this mic, and I like it. Ooh. No! You have a completely pink setup. What? Oh, you'll have to. You'll have to send me a picture of that. I love that. So, as you can see, I have a backdrop. We have roses and cobwebs. There are little spiders in there. There's one like peeking out like on the side somewhere. Yeah. Oh, there he is right there. Down. No. He's over there. But yes, there are little spiders in there. I do have pink lights for Friday. Hold on, let's see if I can cut them on real quick. Did I cut them on? Oh, not blinking lights. Come on. There we go. I try to give everybody a small seizure. It's okay. But I normally have the lights on for Friday. Sometimes I'll cut the light off and just have the pink lights. Those were string lights that hang on top of the backdrop. I did not want to buy the famous lights that I've seen a couple of streamers have. I didn't want to put too much money into it just yet. These lights were, I think, about maybe $12 on Amazon, and they connect through USB. So I just have them into a little contraption that connects into my laptop that gives me more USB plugins, because I have a mouse plugged in, I have a camera plugged in to my laptop, and then I have the little box, and I have my mic and the lights in. So yeah, so I have that fun stuff for Friday. The lights don't change colors, they're just pink. I don't think I would want them to change colors. It might be a docking station. I'm not sure. I'm not the one that's all fancy with the words. My partner's IT computer, so if something's not working, I'm like, hey, how do we fix this? What is this problem? Yes. I have learned a few things here and there, but I tend just to be, I know how to work things, so that's how it goes. If I know how to work it, hello.
It's me.
Thank you so much for checking. But yes, I very much have. I'm looking at the back of this like, what? I broke my brain cells looking at that. Okay, 2 and then 5. Two, 3, 4. That is 5. And 2. Oh. Alright, gotta put my second stitch in and change colors. So, what we'll do for the next round, because I am tearing apart this, so that was the border. because the same colors in the middle. I made a vest with these. I didn't use these. Thank you so much for the follow. Hello, welcome in. I appreciate you. Hey, Chels. Sorry if I'm calling you out. I only call out because I know the name. If you're lurking... Hi. If you're lurking, feel free to. We're just crocheting right now. I am working on getting this yarn free. I don't call out many people. But I do a few. Especially if I recognize the name. Also, is anybody streaming today? I didn't get a chance to look at the calendar. I don't think anybody streams. I was about to say, I think there's a lot of y'all that stream at night. The only time I stream at night is on Fridays. I'm pretty much an afternoon streamer. Oh, your day off. That's very nice. Oh. I do not stream on TikTok yet because my numbers are not up for TikTok. Now I'm fighting with this yarn. I'll have to see. I don't think my numbers are up yet for it because I just recently started my TikTok page, so. But I have heard that you can stream without having a large following, so I'll look into it. But I know people that only stream on TikTok. I know people that stream on both. Oh, look at you go. Almost at 1K. Woo woo. I use OBS, but yeah, if I used TikTok, I would have to use the live studio. Yes, do you have anything fun planned? I am an only child, so I don't have any siblings. Oh, that's right. Your niece just graduated. Oh, she graduates tomorrow. Awesome. Hi, Coley Cole. Welcome in, my little worky lurky turkey. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Happy Wednesday. Okay, so you can stream from the live stream studio before you have 1,000, but when you get 1,000, you can use OBS. I'll have to look into that. I have no clue. about live streaming there. Oh, you use the SC Live program with the OBS. Okay. I'll look into it one day. I'm not rushing it. Alright, we're taking the second yarn. I'm not gonna tie the second yarn. Alright, so we're tightening that up. Made that loop through. Alright, and then this is the next one. We just did 2 double crochets and 5. Now this is row 8. It tells us we have to do one single crochet in the back loops of each stitch, and there should be 42. Okay, so this is how I can see if I've messed up, by counting. I am currently making ice cream. Ooh, also, I gotta finish off row 7. Thank goodness I looked down. I'm making an ice cream cozy. So this would be like the little bottom here. It's gonna be a little bit wider because I haven't finished yet. But we have a circle going on. But making an ice cream cozy for summer. It's gonna be for the pint ice cream that you can just kind of slide your ice cream down the whole little cup. So your hands aren't cold. Yeah. My brain is not working today. Alright, instead of weaving in the ends, I'm going to do a little trick called crochet over the top of the tails. Okay, so I'm still in row 7. Okay. Darn it. I was gonna say it because I was like, it's at 9, isn't it? It's a running joke, is that I always miss the little last lizard thing. Always. All right. Oh, yes. So you could easily take this pattern that I'm doing, as long as like your cup, because like it looks like my cup would fit the bottom of this. So what you would do though is, instead of having it short, you would just make a few more rounds on top, and you could do the a koozie for a cup, because this one is gonna have a bottom on it. So, and I am literally using scrap yarn because I'm taking apart something I already made that I wasn't using. Okay. My brain cells broke again because I forgot where I was at. That's the 2. 1. Nope. That's the 2. I did not think about iced coffees. I haven't drank an iced coffee in a while. But yeah, that would be a good one. I'm gonna lurk. Okay. Feel free to lurk. Have fun with that. Relax. Listen to the music and yeah. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate you. 2, 3. I might finish this in this stream. It shouldn't take too long to finish this. Okay. Alright, so we definitely have a bigger circle than what we started with. That is for sure. Alright. I'll be around. And if I'm not here, always you can catch the VOD. I post them. I post my VODs for everybody to see. Appreciate you being here with me. Alright, now we are on row 8. Now I can do the back loop in each stitch, which there'll be 42 of those. So, if you do not know what a front loop and a back loop is, you're going to want to take a look at those stitches. You should see 2 lines. It's easier to see when you're looking at it. So there'll be a line when you're holding your project. There'll be one that's facing you and one that's away from you. The one that's away from you is the back loop. So I'll just slip the hook in the back loop and do single crochet in each stitch. That's 1. And I have to do 42. 2, 3. Oops. Okay, 16. 17. 18. 19 and 20. 22. 3. 24. Here's 25. 27. 28. 30. 2. Bunch of yarn is following me. 33. 5. 39. 40. 41. 42. I had an extra stitch there, so I just did a decrease. So I just had to fix my error, which wasn't a big deal. Now that was in the back loops only. Because that is in the back loop only, you can kind of see there's a line there now. So you kind of see a line going on. It's wonky because I did some of the stitches, but there's a line, especially when you look at that color and that color. There's that line. That's the front stitches that are showing up right there. And then that's gonna start where it starts cupping. Yep. All right. Now we are going to do round 9. This is to chain 2 and to double crochet in each round. Okay, so we're going to chain 2 and then double crochet in each round and each single crochet. No front stitch, no front loops, back loops, nothing like that. Now if you don't know what a double crochet is, a double crochet is you loop your yarn over, put your yarn through your hook, you're gonna have 3 loops, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you yarn over, pull your yarn through the loop, you have 3, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're doing a single double crochet in each stitch. It looks like we're gonna have ad break in about 20 seconds. I'll be right here doing my double crochets. Hello, hello, Queenie. Thank you so much for those emojis. Hope you're having a wonderful hump day. We're just doing a double crochet in each stitch for round 9. We are in a ad right now. We will be back very soon. Thank you so much for watching that ad. Welcome back. I appreciate you. Okay, just a few more stitches left on this round. One more. Actually, there's one more left, because this chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So we'll just do this one, and then we want to, I'll slip stitch right into this one. Okay. Now, that's already starting to form a cup. Front. Alright, you chain 2 here, and then we're doing a front. Okay, I'm gonna change the pattern up a little bit. I'm gonna just keep doing double crochets. This does a certain pattern, which I really think that this will be fine with. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a half double crochet for this next round, and then 11 and 15 we're going to change it up. So this pattern calls for something else than what I'm doing, but I don't feel like a beginner would understand that. So I'm gonna do a half double, and what a half double is just like you're doing a double crochet, except we're pulling through all 3 loops. So you yarn over, pull the yarn through that stitch, all 3. That'll give it a little bit of variation in height and knit. So this is 10. This is row 10. Yeah, we want to do this because we don't want it to open. And the original pattern that's what it was doing, was it was having where it wouldn't be so open, but it was doing it with another stitch that if you're not advanced, I don't think you would understand as well. So a row 10 is going to be half double crochets in each stitch. Alright, now you're starting to see it cup. You can easily push it back down into place as you go. It doesn't matter. I have held my crochet where I'm holding it folded in half. When you're working with this type of crochet, it pops back into place. If you're lurking, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you just for being here. I felt like Mr. Rogers saying that with the little noises behind, with the music behind me. But I do. Won't you be my neighbor? Thank you, neighbor. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, Firefly. Thank you so much for being here. I caught my voice there and I was like, yep. I am doing just fine. We're making an ice cream cozy. Just changing up the pattern a little bit. Of course, making it pink because I had some scrap pink yarn laying around. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful week. It is the middle of the week. Yep, hump day. Every time I think about hump day, I think about that camel. The commercial with the camels. Well, it was a camel, and the camel was yelling hump day around the workplace. Oh, going to visit the grandparents. Bath time is always a fun time for the kiddos. Not so much for the parents, though. You get a little wet. Even as they get older. Oh. Not the loud house. Well, it's good that she has a place like that she can go and get some peace and quiet. I was an only child, so it wasn't really loud in my house. But when I felt like it was too loud, I would go outside. And I had this like big tree that kind of, it wasn't quite a willow, but there was a bush that grew under it that kind of made a little bit of a shade and made like a little, kind of like a room. So I felt like I had my own little house outside by this tree. So I would like take books out there, and I would always take like a bag or a basket with me outside, and I would go to this tree and sit under this tree because it had, you know, it was very shady, and that would be my little spot to like read and have a peaceful moment. And now I have a chair, not on my porch, but at the end of my porch. So when I let my dog out, she has a little chain, a running chain. It's not a running chain, but it goes in the ground and she can go around and, you know, she can move around. But I'll let her out and I'll sit on my chair that's at the edge of my porch by my steps. I'll sit at my chair. It is peaceful, and I'll crochet or watch Twitch or something. I try to crochet though. Hello, Poppy, welcome in. We're making our ice cream cozy. I had to change my yarn, but it's starting to make a small little bowl. I think this pattern says it'll fit a pint size. So we used a different color for the bottom, but we're gonna have to come back to this color because I'm running out of this pink. So we're gonna have a stripe of another color. I'm on row 10. I think I just finished row 10, and I have 17 rows. So row 11 is going to be a double crochet. Row 12 is going to be a half double crochet. 13 is going to be double. 14 is going to be half. 15 will end on a double crochet, and then 16 will be a half. I was talking to Mags earlier, Firefly, and I think I might do a beginner stream on like something really easy, like chaining and maybe a single crochet. So maybe we'll make a square together or something. I was telling Mags I made a bunch of squares when I started out. Like, it was the easiest thing I could do was make squares and rectangles and... Oh, look at you, Poppy! 7 stream streak! Yay! But yes, we will have to do a beginner. I'll definitely let y'all know when I do a beginner. Stream. Okay, hi. Hi to the bunny again. I am going to put that bunny on something friendly, Poppy. Also, how many channel points do you still have? You did a spring summer redeem, and I swear every stream. Oh, now you have 97? Okay, good. Good. We do not have an A. Oh no. Firefly's like, I'll use my points for evil. Firefly, if you save up 5,000, you can get a cute little crocheted mini animal, like this cute little octopus, cute little octo, or this sweet little goose. You don't have to use your little points. Also, if you do a redeem for a spring summer item, I have a flower crown. I'm working on this one. I made Poppy a pink one, but I'm working on that one. It needs leaves. Hi, best friend. There's a cute screaming rabbit button. Yeah. Poppy, stop trying to make friends who push buttons. This is for the spring summer redeem a bandana. I have to finish it off. Make the little straps that you tie on. And you can even, for the spring summer redeem, you can do a cute bucket hat. This just happens to be green. And I have a blue one. Cute little bucket hat. But that's the spring summer redeems, is a bucket hat, a bandana, or a flower crown. I know, I do have to make Palia, guys. I mean, this little bunny, this could be the little crochet redeem. It was the best thing ever, the flower crown. Oh, you wear your flower crown while you play Palia. I love that. I'm gonna have to wear my flower crown once I finish it while I'm playing Palia one day. Yes, but I was thinking about that. I'm glad you brought that up. I do want to start making Palia stuff. I just don't know where I would want to start. I was thinking about the cute little morel mushroom because I feel like a mushroom would be easy for me to crochet. Oh, I just thought of that. That cute little blue beetle plush that you get from, what is it? Is it the Zeki's tokens from the market? From the Maji market when it's around? I don't think I could crochet that adorableness that is the little deer. I can try, maybe I can. Oh, the little frog too. There's a little frog. There's the little blue beetle. I think I could crochet those. There's a snail. The little snail, not the garden one that you get from the plushies. There's a little one. I'll have to look at them a little more carefully. But I think I might be able to do it. And the carrot and the carrot might be the easiest one. The turnip, now, I am gonna, well wait. Are you talking about the turnip that has the booty? Or is there a turnip in the tokens machine? Because I must know. Because I don't know if I could do the turnip with the booty. The one that we got from the bloom. Okay, there's one in the token machine? Okay, I'll have to look at that. I have seen some of them. There's a few that are Etsy patterns. So maybe I'll go and see how much the Etsy patterns are. I'm more of a person that learns from a YouTube. So if, say like the carrot would be a little bit easier because I could make a carrot and then figure out how to do the eyes and the facial expressions myself. Because I'm not really good at reading patterns. Like this pattern, it's not too hard to read, but there was a part in it where I was just like, okay, I have to tweak this just a little. But there's not a lot of, I think I've seen a Choppa pattern on Etsy, which I would love to try. But there are a few patterns on Etsy for Palia projects. Oh, I just forgot the cylinders, because we have a green cylinder and now we have the blue one from the 10 million lunar path we had, the 10 million subscribers celebration, where we got the blue ones. So we have a blue cylinder and a teal one. That might be a good idea, cylinder, because again, I think all it has is the little eyes and maybe a little embroidered mouth, maybe. I'm also thinking in terms of something a little bit simpler than like going full force with like a Choppa or a Cernic. I think I would love to try to crochet the rainbow, the RBT, the rainbow tailed butterfly or rainbow tipped butterfly. I don't know. The RBT would be something I would love to crochet one day. The dustwing butterfly would look gorgeous crocheted. That lunar moth would look adorable. There are a lot of them that would look really cute. Oh, the little azure, not azure, is it azure choppa? The magical choppa that's like the silver with the blue. Oh, the plushie, the one that's a plushie. Love it. It would look cute. Yes, the azure choppa, right? That would be such a cute crocheted plushie. But I think once I start with the palette stuff, I'm gonna start with something I'm gonna start with something simple first. I think I might start with the carrot. I'm gonna look and see what the turnip looks like, but I think I'm gonna start with the carrot, maybe one of the cylinders, and also maybe like the snail or something simple, and then we'll go on. But I totally forgot about like the little plushies, because I know about I have the deer, I have the frog, I have a snail, I have a deer, I have a carrot, I have the beetle. I don't think I have the turnip, or maybe I do and I'm just like overlooking it. Oh, the little snowman. I already know someone that has a pattern on YouTube for a snowman. I would just have to, like, I think, because I would have to make the top hat. And then I don't know if this little snowman plushie has a scarf. But that would be cute. I could definitely make some of the more, like, common plushies. Ooh. You know what would also be cute, and I don't think it would be too hard, would be, like, the ancient fish one. Also, those flowfish, they look like jellyfish. I would just have to change up a pattern. But that could be easily made. Also, another thing about these plushies is the color of them. Like, I would have to find the particular colors. So we'll start with something simple, and we'll go from there, because I think I have some orange somewhere. What are you laughing at, Poppy? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Did you mean to laugh? You silly. Alright. Let me start working on round 11, so we can try to get through this today. Alright, it's 3. I think I can finish this by end of stream, which I'm probably going to end stream right around 5:30. Not 5:30. Goodness, where am I going? I'm either going to end stream at 5 or possibly 5:15. We'll see how far we've got. But we have an idea of paleo plushies. I just have to go through them and go through some colors. Maybe that might be our next Wednesday project, possibly. Okay. Well, that's already 2 things on my list I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about what do you as a viewer want to see me crochet. And also I wanted to talk about paleo crochet. So definitely the people that play paleo, we want to see some paleo crochets for sure. Ooh, I totally forgot when I was thinking about the morel mushroom, the bright shroom. If I got that blue for the bright shroom, that would be a good, because I think the blue cylinder is also around that same color. It might not be quite the same blue as the bright shroom, but it's pretty close. So I could use that blue for those two. I already know I have some white, so I could make a snowman. I have white yarn, I have black. I think he might wear a scarf, so I'd have to look into that. Oh, the little minnow. Wouldn't that be a cute crochet? And I think that little minnow is... Oh no, that's a fish plushie, isn't it? Yeah, you fished the little minnow. That was actually one of my first fish plushies, was the little minnow. Yep, the red and yellow koi fish. I think I have some yellow, so the yellow one might be. I think I have red too, but I don't think I have the right color red that I would need for that. Hijacking some yarn from some stuff. I'm stealing yarn. Okay. I want to get the yarn the same color for this one so I can finish this row. I would love to make the towel plushie. I think that's going to be one of the more complicated ones though. You know what might not be as complicated? Would be maybe a potato pod plushie. I know they're potato pods, but like, who said we can't turn them into crochet plushies? Because wouldn't it be cute, that like pink one? And then have the flower, the one that, is it like Priscilla? One of them has a pink flower, like tulip, and then one of them has like a yellow, like either dandelion or like a fluff ball. Marigold. So like those two would be really cute. Most of the potato pods would be really cute plushies. Some of them would be a little harder to do, especially like the ones that have lights. Um, but some of them would be easily turned into plushies. I could easily turn into plushies, I think. So that might be an idea. Some of the potato pods. Like there's Cappy that has a mushroom on top of his head. So yeah, that might be a good idea to turn some of the potato pods into crochet plushies. I like this. The ideas are flowing. Okay. I'm running out of yarn over here again. I'm running out of yarn and I have 2 stitches. Alright, I'm gonna need this other color anyway. Alright, this is what happens. We are taking apart these pieces that I'm not used on other projects right now. Because why? Well, they're in my desk drawer and I'm not using them. So why not? We're not going to use this color though because I really don't want to throw this in and have 3 colors. I'd like to keep 2 colors. Okay. I'm not going completely scrap yarn and doing too many colors. This is what happens when you frog something. Sometimes you have to cut the yarn more than once and, well, I'm getting these tiny pieces that are not useful. Okay. But I do have pieces that I can use, so that is a good. If you're not versed in adding yarn onto a project, do not use scrap yarn for this project. Just get some cotton yarn. It doesn't take much yarn to make the project. I'm just making my life slightly difficult, but it's not that bad. All right, I think that's the knot right there. Yep, that's the yarn. Alright, we don't need a lot of this one, but we will go back to this color after we do the next row, because we'll do the next row in the next color. Yes. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, even the dog scared me. Hey, hush. You're fine. The dog scared me more than the screaming did. Okay. And then I'm not going to chain two with this particular color. I'm going to change colors and then chain two. And I'm going to snip that yarn because I weaved in some of those ends. I'm going to snip this end. And we can weave that one in. And I'll hold that. Alright, this is our last piece of the first, it's a heart. It's the last piece of the first granny square I was using, so I'm going to use it to start this next row. The next row is row 12. Yes. It's going to be a half double because we just did a double crochet row. If I can find where this begins. I think I know me, and I like to add the knots on the back. Alright, we're going to just snip and pray here. We're snipping and praying. Sometimes you can just pull and it comes undone. I'm gently giving this a little tug. I think I'm gonna have to cut here. Aha! There we go. We'll just cut that off. That started to unfold. It started a frog, this piece. Alright. I'm trying to use these as much as the original the first, what am I trying to say here? The square. Granny square. The first granny square that we did. Alright. So I'm put that over there. I'm gonna start with this one. Yes, I have ends that are gonna have to be weaved in, but I'm gonna try to stitch them so I don't have that many to weave in and I could just cut them in. Alright, then we'll do 2 crochets. That was 2 chains, and then half double crochet. And then that's where you just go through all 3. You yarn over, you slip through the stitch, and you go through all 3. little tail wanted to get away. Not today. Sorry. Oh, now you're gonna go sleep on my feet, puppy? I see you. Okay, I'm gonna use another scrap piece of yarn. Hello, 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 welcome in. Everything is going well. How is your week? Happy Wednesday. I am just working on a ice cream koozie. It is for a pint-size ice cream. Yes, ice cream koozie. So like a drink cozy or a drink koozie that you would put on a drink, but this is for the little pint-sized ice cream. So your hands don't stay cold while you're eating your ice cream. Yes. I thought it was a very good summertime crochet to make. Not very many ideas left when thinking of summertime crochets. Yes, pink is my favorite color. My backdrop is pink. I got some pink hair. My headphones are pink. And even the cozy I am currently working on is in 2 shades of pink. So, pink is definitely a favorite color of mine. I do also love blue, but I tend to lean more pink these days. What is your favorite color? No barking. Alright. Oh, I had a shiggy from the dog. She woke up, she heard something, and she's back under my feet, where she likes to sleep. She takes her daily nap. All right. Oh, almost done with this row. We'll have to figure out what row I'm on. I've done forgot. For a project that doesn't have any rows, I have already lost count. There is going to be a small ad coming in about 50 seconds. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching the ads. I'm gonna have to figure out why these things are playing. I thought I had them defaulted down to playing only so many times. That ad's gonna pop up in about 25 seconds. Thank you so much. I'll be counting. Okay. I didn't do it. Really? Thank you so much for the emotes, Poppy and Queenie. I appreciate you. Both of you. Oops, I slammed those down, just like no. Alright, that'll be for the next round. What did I say? What round I was on? I thought I said 12, but I might be losing my brain cells. Nine, 10, 11. Okay, that's 12, so we're going into 13. Is a double. 11 was a double. 12 was a half double. 13 is a double. Alright. Thank you so much for watching the ads and being back. I am working on row 13, which is double crochets. Just doing one double crochet in each stitch all the way around. Alright. Then after this round, I think I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. And then we'll finish this off. So this is going to be row 13 of 17 rows. Okay. We're halfway around. Oh no. Give me that. Nope. I have a bad dog trying to eat a plastic bottle under my feet. She's like, but this is what I want. But you also have 1, 2, 3, at least 6 toys in this room. Alright, ma'am. Come on. It's a bad dog. It's a bad dog. It's a very bad dog. Alright. Almost there at the end of this row. Then I'll put on my BRB slide, leave the music on, and be right back. Have to take a quick bathroom break. Cause apparently your girl drank too much soda or something. I mean, I have been drinking orange soda, so oops. My bad. What is that? That's not plastic, dog. Okay. Apparently there's more than one thing I have to get from the dog. Alright, just a few more stitches. It's definitely not the screaming rabbit. No, it's a dog with objects it does not need to have. Such as bottles and a metal piece of something. I have no clue what it is. The dog's like, can I have this? Right now it's currently under my foot. Alright, this is row 13. I'll pull that because I weaved those two in. And we'll trim the tails on those two. Okay. I have a little pile of small yarn over here. Alright. And then this one was weaved in from the last round. Alright. We'll actually flip this the right way once I finish it. This is row 13. So when I come back, I'll do row 14. 14 is gonna be half double crochets. 15 will be double crochets, and then 16 half double, and then 17 third loop and all. Row 17 makes no sense. Row 17 I'm gonna change to single crochet to give it a clean look. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna do the top. I think I might have enough to do of one color, but we'll find out later. All right, quick BRB. Give me just a moment. BRB. Hello, hello, hello. There we are. We are back. I had to take a quick bathroom break. Oh, you found my worky lurky turkey sticker. Or sticker. My worky lurky turkey emote. Yes. I have that there. I feel like a lot more people are going to be using that emote, but I had it there because I have two regulars that come in and work, and they lurk while they work. Queenie is one of them, and then Coley Coles is the other one, and I'm not sure if Queenie works from home. Hi, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you so much, Firefly. Thank you for the appropriate cuteness hype, puppy. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. Thank you so much for the hype, Queenie. That's why I love my people with emotes. They come in clutch. Yes, now you get the little pink. That goes with my banner, but I am looking into changing my overlay. So I probably will change my hype one. I love you. Thank you so much. The pink heart. I love the pink heart. Cozy coming in with some more moon. I love everybody's emotes, not just my own. Heck, some of mine I'm like, I need to change them up, and I need to do some of those cool ones. Alright, we are on row. I think we're on row 14. We're in the long haul here, people. We're in the long haul. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more rows to go. Row 14 is a double, a half double. Alright, because I am using acrylic yarn, I feel like mine's bigger because mine's gonna stretch. So my pint might be bigger than what somebody else might make. I suggest you use cotton or a cotton blend. Using the acrylic, it stretches it and it's not going to be as easy to clean. So if you are making an ice cream cozy, keep that in mind. You probably want to use cotton yarn. I do have cotton yarn, but it is currently in I think a navy, so I knew that wouldn't be a good color to see on stream. So that's why I'm using my scrap yarn for this. And this is personal use, so if it's a little big, it's okay. I am using a smaller hook than what it was recommended. It's recommended to use a 5. I am using a 4.5, which doesn't make too much difference, but it probably will make mine a little bit smaller, so that might help me out in that department because acrylic stretches a little bit. So there's that. You gotta think of all the factors when you're crocheting. Alright, half double all the way around. If you mess up, I always just can frog that last stitch. Alright. We are almost done. I definitely think, I don't know if it's going to be this Wednesday or maybe next Wednesday, maybe even Friday, I don't know. We will start a pallier crochet. I just have to like look into the ones that I named. I might look into the cylinders first because I think they're the like pattern for a cylinder is going to be easier because it's going to be the circle on top and then the structure of it and then the circle for the bottom. So I think that might be easier. It's always going to look it'll look just fine shrunk. I do want to crochet cat ears for my headset for my headphones, but do you know the Jack cat ears might look cute because don't they have like 4 ears? They have like, I'll have to look at them and see how. There's not a pink one, so I would have to custom make them. I'd have to make one pink. The red one's really close though, I do say. And I could make those ears to where they just tied on my headset. So that might be a possibility. And I think that would be an easy crochet. I'll look at their ears and we'll find that out. Now, I did, back in my college years, I went to a few Comic-Cons. And if anybody knows what a Comic-Con is, it's a comic convention. And I just watched my puppy walk in with her bowl. Seriously, dog. But, people dress up as their favorite anime. You know what it is, Poppy. But people dress up as their favorite anime or cartoon character. I went to one and I just wore all black because I had no clue what I was doing. And then I got to see what everybody was, you know, dressed up as and stuff. And then I got brave and I made a My Little Pony cosplay. I made the mane and the tail. I took pink hair because I went as Pinkie Pie. Of course, I went as Pinkie Pie. Seriously, puppy? I will BRB right back again. There we go. But I went as Pinkie Pie and I took like Dollar Tree had the little headbands that had pink hair on them, and I took that. I think I used 2 for the mane because what I did was that I took the hair and then put them in clip-ons and made like pink hair. I used my natural hair and then put the pink stripes on one side. And then for the tail, I took the hair off one of those headbands and braided it. And then made a little situation with some ribbon and pinned it on my, you know, above my butt. So it looked like a tail. But, I was thinking about Polly and horses and I was like, I've made my own mane and tail before. So, and I went to 3 Comic-Cons as Pinkie Pie. It was maybe a year or after the new remake had came out. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but when I was younger, I was obsessed with the original My Little Pony. It was made before I was born, but I watched a lot of reruns of 80s cartoons and older cartoons. So Smurfs, the original My Little Pony, Snorkels, stuff that was on rerun a lot, I watched. Yeah. Fraggle Rock. Of course, a classic, Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers. So, we did not have the satellite TV growing up or cable. We had a couple of channels, so when I was really little, and then we got the cable. And now there's not even cable anymore. It's all streaming. Even when you get a TV, like my Samsung TV has free Samsung streaming, so everything is streaming now. I watch a lot of YouTube, and that's kind of like my TV. And then I watch Twitch as well. So Twitch and YouTube are my TV. And I have no clue why this dog is doing what she's doing right now. She's being a bad dog. Hey, come on. She's being a bad dog. I already took 2 things from her. And she's like, yeah, I'll find something else. I know you can't hear that as well as I can, but I can hear that. I'm gonna get her. She's being a bad puppy is what she's being. She's being a very bad puppy. It is. Oh, that's a cute little emote. It's like a little bouncing disco ball or something. It's cute. Alright, we're almost done with row 14. I also love that one. I know a few streamers that have that one. The Party Kirby, as I like to call him. He changes all the colors. I also love that one, Firefly from You. It's it looks like the party one, but it also looks like a lightsaber. It's really cool. I need to find someone who's willing to do some custom ones for me. But I'll also have to save up monies for that, because that stuff can get expensive real quick, like. I'd love to have some paleo ones, but like in pink. But pink. Paleo, but make it pink. Alright, we're on 15. These rows are getting longer because it's a repeat, but it's also, you know, all the way around. All right. And I was looking for a time. There it is. Alright, we're doing good on time because I think we'll finish this before the end of stream, which is great. I'll have to find someone to raid out to. We might find someone who's playing Palia since, well, we talk about it enough. I'll have to see who's on. Because I don't think Ashley is on. Because I think she was talking about doing things with her sister. So I think Ashley took the day off. I don't think Raster comes on until later. So we'll find somebody. Poppy can always suggest somebody and give me a heart attack. Have me raid into somebody who has over 200 viewers. I see you. It helps that you know all the Palia streamers. That's what helps. Shh. They're over here like, oh, hey, Poppy. It's like, Poppy, how many people do you watch? Maze the Moose. I think I've seen that name. Do I need to look that up and see how many people they have? There's another one with Moose in their name. Isn't it something Moose Sparkles or something maybe? There's another Palia streamer. I don't know if they're on though. I don't know who's on right now. I did not look. I do tend to raid into somebody who's crafting when we craft, but we talk about Palia enough while we craft that it's okay. And I do stream Palia on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so Miss Little Red. Ooh, I like that name. We'll have to see how many viewers they have. We'll see. I do like seeing. I did really enjoy how MDK handled it. I was very surprised that he like even acknowledged that I was a person, which was amazing, because sometimes you have the people that raid into the bigger streamers and they're just like, they either just continue with what they're doing or they don't say anything, and it's like, oops. I was about to say, anybody that you suggest, I'm sure is great. But yeah, MDK was really great. He was really, really, he was a really great guy. And I think I've lurked on his stream a few times, just watching him play. I was looking at something and now my brain's like, what? But yeah, I was lurking in his stream and he does a really good stream. I could definitely see why he has the viewers, for sure. I'm getting there. We're growing. We're moving. I need to move my butt a little faster and do the Discord and get that going. I wanted to share a Discord, but I think everybody just likes making their own, but they're easy to make, so. And then, like you said, Poppy, you could just really mute everything you don't want to pay attention to, and you just, like, you know, follow the little stuff that you do, so. Alright, this is 15, and I have a row and a half to go. Goodness, I'm gonna have to... I took apart 2. I am gonna call it Thorns and Roses. I do like the secret rose garden though. That's cute. But I'm gonna call it Thorns and Roses to make it a little bit more not as girly. I do have a few guys that watch that are around from time to time. I've already started working on it. I gotta make a logo I like. Why am I even worried about this? I'm over here like I'm gonna use this pink color. I don't think I'm gonna do all the fancy things. Like, I don't think I'm gonna have all the channels. I'm just gonna have probably the basics. A Palia channel, a crafting channel, general chat, some rules, and that's about it. That's at least a starting point. Okay. Now you all get to see me fidget with this yarn because it's not being nice. I'm not using this color, so to be honest, if we cut this yarn up into a million pieces, it would be fine. Well, at least this particular color, I hate to do it because I could have used it on something else, but it is okay. It's all for the good of the project. I'll use these as stuffing. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, Rachel. I'm currently working on an ice cream cozy right now. We are crafting and we have been talking about Palia. Are you working on the quests for the update? How are you enjoying the update? Oh, I don't have a stream team. Are you talking about the Crafty Collective? Because that's what, okay. So, that is run by Supreme Doom. If you click on it, it takes you to a page and it'll show you where their Discord is. I don't think you have to be an affiliate. Once you get in the Discord, there's a form that you'll fill out. It'll ask you a whole bunch of questions. But I don't think it's a requirement. Oh. I don't know if it's a Google document. Yeah. There might be a form on the website. I would look on the website. Because there might be like an apply. but I came across Supreme Doom, which is the she's like the leader of the group. I watched a few people in the Crafty Collective, and I thought that that would be a lovely group. I applied. I had to wait a little bit. I think I waited like a month, and then I heard something, and I was a member. I've been a member for about 2 weeks. They're very sweet. There should be some kind of stream, like raid, going on during the summer. So that's where like a bunch of us will work on a similar theme project for this summer. Very excited for that. Alright. But a lot of their updates are on Discord. But I know that that page has a website, so maybe there's something on there. There's a lot of crocheters and crafters on the Crafty Collective. If you click that logo on my page, it does show you like who is, I think some it'll show you most of the time who's live. I know he's on, Poppy. He's normally on when I am streaming. We'll see. We'll see who's on. I'll put a poll up for it. The poll's gonna be who wants to see me panic. Everybody, right? Everybody. You give me 3 good options, huh? Alright. I know Little Miss Red was an option. MDK, and then who's... Mace Moose, maybe? I don't remember. I think so. I think I've seen the name. I just haven't seen their stream either. So, we'll see. We still have like a little less than 30 minutes, and I still have 2 rows. Am I on the last 15? Yes. I'm on 15, so I have 2 more rows after this, so I think we'll be finished with it. I'm not a good spokesperson of the Crafty Collective because most of the time I forget my stickers there, and I do like lurking in the Crafty streams though. But I run across that problem that nobody streams that early to raid to me. But it's okay. Alright, I'm trying to... There we go. Cut that end right there. Rachel, if I can, I think the application might be a Google document. If I find it on the, what am I looking for? If I find the Google document site, I'll whisper it to you if I can find it. Ooh, a fashion show. And you'll give away a plushie. Or plushies. That's cute. That sounds like a cute idea. I was in a cooking party, I think it was yesterday, and they did a horse, like a little horse parade contest. And I think it was like 2 people voted, and then they like picked first, second, and third. So if you're gonna do a fashion contest, what I would do is have maybe 2 or 3 judges, and then have the judges like vote. You know, okay, whose outfit do you like? And then like based on that could be the winner. You also have the chat in your stream. Alright, apparently I'm having an ad. It's gonna pop up in about 50 seconds. It's a short ad, so stay here, watch the ad. Thank you so much, appreciate you. I'm gonna work on row 16. Let's... I think it should be 15 more minutes or so. It's currently 4:33 here, and I'm gonna try to get off at about that 5 o'clock mark, maybe a little after. I really want to just finish this project though, and I still have 2 rows, I think. Alright, double crochet, so this is gonna be row 16. Okay. I have 2 more rows, so I think I should be able to finish them in about, in about 15 minutes I should be able to finish them, so. Oh no, oh no. I think I messed that up. Yes, we did. This needs to be 2 crochets. And then the half double. The half double. Right, almost done. Alright, I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you so much for being here. If you're still in ads, thank you so much for watching them. If you're a subscriber, hi, how are ya? I see you while I'm doing ads. You're trying to see if I'm picking my nose, aren't you? Yeah, you are. And if you're Poppy, Poppy's over there collecting channel points so she can have enough to push that button again. One day that button's gonna be 10,000 points. Poppy's like, no, I love you. I'm not gonna know. Poppy's like, I'll just flood you with emotes. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's always fine. Pink emotes or Pally emotes will do. How will they accept all forms of emotes? But pink and Pally are my favorite. I do need to get some Pally emotes. Yes, that flower is cute. But like I was saying, I would have to get Pally, but make them pink. Oh, stars. Yeah, and little hearts. I saw those little hearts when I was getting emotes. I was like really close to getting those hearts with the stars, but I kind of want to make a little bit more of a custom emotes for a few things. Alright, we're on row 16. We're gonna make it. We're gonna finish this by time to stream. I know, it's taking forever, but hey, we're getting there. I got to talking, so that's why it's been taking a while. Just think if you're watching some YouTubes or lurking on a Twitch stream and you're not chatting it up in the chat box, this project would go by really quickly. Alright, we are at row 17, which is going to be a single crochet all the way around. And we're going to do that with a different color. So let me just get this last. I need to slip stitch this in. It's not letting me, it's being a pain. There we go. Alright, and then, yeah, because we're gonna do a pink row. Since we have that little stripe right there, we're gonna do the top in this other pink. So, I need to cut this. So we used, I'm gonna call that 2.5 because I still have this from one of the granny squares and then this from the border. So we're gonna call that 2.5 granny squares is how much yarn I stole. It's what I used. We're doing a single crochet in each stitch. You don't need to yarn over for a single crochet. All right. I'm gonna go in and cut this tail off that I didn't weave in, just to clean it up. All right, we're in the long haul now because we've got one row left. This is the last row. I'm not gonna start singing Final Countdown till we're like right at the last couple stitches. So that's what's in my head right now. I think I should have enough yarn of this color to finish just one row. I appreciate everybody who's been here, everybody who's still here. I do love the trash can. Oh, that's not a trash can on fire, that's a cake. Oh, what? I love the cake. Cake looks so cute. Now I want cake. I've thought about cake for like 2 days now. I'm gonna have to get me some cake. I'll get some cake when I do my grocery shopping. Alright, we're getting there, halfway there. Every time I hear like the flute playing, I'm thinking to myself, it sounds like Beauty and the Beast, but I don't know what it is. The lo-fi that I picked out was like a summer's day with Disney oldies in the background or something. And I'm just over here going, I don't know which one this is. But I've been enjoying the sounds of the little birds, the flute. I do like this lo-fi. It's very relaxing, whimsical. I think that's what it was trying to do. It's trying to be Disney-like. It might not be an actual Disney song. But it's very inspired, I think. Oh, it's the final countdown. Got 5 stitches. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are now, I just need to slip stitch. We are now done with our project. What I'm gonna do is slip stitch, cut that off. This is how much of a piece of yarn we had left. It's not very long. It's a little scrap, so I'm very happy with that. I could not make a flower with that if I needed to, so that's gonna go in the use a stuffing pile. We're gonna take this one, this tail, and weave it in with our crochet hook. Alright, one more time, and then I'm gonna cut this. Then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna weave in the bottom here. Make sure we tighten it one more time. Okay, little Miss Red is off, so we have Moose and MDK. We'll see how far they're in, and if they're about to get off, we'll see who's there. Juby just gone. I was about to say Juby normally is on I think also MDT Miss Dual Threat might be on. Actually, I like her. I have rated her. We'll see who's on. Just a second. Alright. We're going to flip this inside out. But I'm going to snip those little pieces that I see right now. Remember, if you're making this, that it is best made with cotton yarn. It won't give you the stretch that this acrylic has. I do not know why it looks like I have more of a lip on the back here. Her it is. It looks like a bowl. It looks like a bowl. You slip your pint of ice cream in here and keep your hands warm. Again, if you're making this, please use cotton or a cotton blend. I definitely would not use a velvet. I think my acrylic is going to be just fine. I am looking at it now and I'm like, okay, it's not that uneven. Okay. It just looks uneven. I had to fold it in half. It looks like this back end is taller. That's why I'm messing with it, because it looks like the back end's taller. But it's actually pretty even, because it might be a smidge taller. Again, when your ice cream's in here, you won't see it. It's taller because of how I was finishing it off. Go figure. Alright. There it is. Gotta stop fidgeting with it. It's ice cream koozie. It works. And if I fold it, it looks like a mini baby beanie or something. It does. But this is the ice cream koozie for the pint size. use the cotton yarn because it's not going to stretch as much as mine did. I keep looking at it like something's wrong, but then I'm like, it stretched because I was pulling at it. And we used about 2.5 granny squares is what we used for that. All right. Let's go ahead and cut our music off. Let's go ahead and put our raid message in chat before I forget about it. If you're a subscriber, you're going to be copying the first one. Since I'm going to be rating someone who plays Pelia, we're putting Pelia in there today. This is going to be the one for my subscribers. And then let's get one for followers. Followers, you'll have a purple heart. It's a Twitch heart, so it's fine. Alright, let's see who's on and who we're going to raid to. I want to raid by category. And we're going to do Pelia. Because we were talking about it enough. Alright, let's see who we have. We have... Alright, I'm looking. Oh, that's a cute little duck. I'm just saying, there was a duck, okay? I got distracted by the duck, okay? Exactly. That was a blue one. The one I saw was yellow, but that blue one's cute too. Okay. Oh my goodness, Maze the Moose. They have 4. Poppy. Poppy, you were trying to murder me over here. Yeah, Max. Yeah. Okay, scaring me while I'm trying to find somebody to raid to. Alright, I saw somebody and then I lost them. Alright, if you're still here with me, copy one of the raid messages. The one with the animated pink hearts are for subscribers. The little purple heart for followers. Thank you so much for being here. I think we are going to raid into... I thought I was going to raid into that person, and then I just realized that was a lot of words. Oh my goodness, that's cute. Okay. We're going to raid into a new friend. I don't know. Ooh, they have a pretty outlay. Everybody looks so friendly. Alright, you know what? I give up. This one has a camera for an animal. We're doing it. I don't know if it's a dog or a cat. We're going. Thank you so much for being here. Follow. And let's go read this person. New friends. Oh, there's puppies.